Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Carla and I make videos about how I show up for myself in hopes of inspiring you to do the same. In today's video, I am going to be sharing with you 5 tips or 5 ways that you can start your 2024 off on the right foot. Happy New Year, guys. It is a new year. And you know that showing up for yourself is my motto. If you've never seen me before, I lost over half my weight by doing it. I completely transformed my mental health, overhauled my entire career and everything. I wanted to share with you 5 different ways that could help you maybe on your journey into this new year to make it the best year for you. So without further ado, let's get into it. The first thing that I would recommend doing, and I always recommend doing this at the end of each year or at the start of the next year, or even at the start and end of a certain period of time, is to take some time to reflect on the time that has passed. For me, this would look like taking kind of like a year in review of my life that has gone on and what's happened. And I have here for you 10 questions. So I would recommend taking some kind of journal. Show up for yourself journal. And I would write down the answers to these 10 questions. When we are honest with ourselves and we take stock of what has gone well and what hasn't gone well, and we're not shaming, we're not berating, we're not badgering ourselves, we're just answering these questions kindly and looking at how we can move on from this point. So these are the 10 questions that I would recommend. The first would be, what was the highlight of 2023? Next is, what was the pit? What was the worst part of 2023 for us? Number 3 is, what did I learn this year? 4 is, what did I accomplish this year? Number 5 is, what obstacles did I encounter in reaching my goals, my intentions, or what I wanted to achieve? The next one is, what am I most proud of? How well did I take care of myself in 2023? What habits do I want to leave behind? And finally, what experience has had a lasting effect on me? By writing those down and getting that pieces of information out, we can take note of what was good and what was not good, really connecting in with those answers and allowing ourselves to be free. Remember, anytime we're writing, it doesn't have to be for somebody else. It doesn't even have to be for us. It's just allowing, for us to read back on. It's just allowing us to connect in with ourselves so that we can hear what we are saying, what our true self is saying, and the essence of who we are, so we can start to really connect in with ourselves and move on then in a place that is authentic to us. Moving on then from that, the second thing that I would recommend doing is writing down or setting your intentions rather than goals or resolutions. The new year, we find we create those resolutions. I'm going to lose weight, I'm going to quit smoking, I'm not going to drink. And they're incredibly rigid. And the issue with goals is that rigidity of it. There is no fluidity for life. And when obstacles come in our way, we can find that, this is definitely a case of the wagon. When I speak about the wagon, is how rigid the wagon is for weight loss. When we talk about the wagon, it's something that has very set parameters. It's not free flowing. It's not bending to our life. And life is going to get in the way of every single goal, every resolution that you're ever going to set. My recommendation is to set intentions rather than goals. And the beauty of intentions is that they are fluid. My biggest one is I intend to be more mindful. That is what I want to bring into my life, is that intention to be more mindful, to be mindful in the work that I do, to be mindful with my family, to be mindful of myself, and to be very present with myself. And if that doesn't happen, that's okay. And if something comes along where being mindful isn't actually the biggest priority, I can switch then. Following on from setting our intentions then is the next step is of implementing them into some kind of routine. I'm a firm believer in routine and how it helps to build on consistency with anything that we want in our lives, whether it be weight loss, whether it be a business venture, whether it's within our career or with our family or with a loved one. Consistency is key to achieving the things that we want. My intention is, as I said, to become more mindful. And therefore, I want to find ways to bring that into my routine. And that brings me on to today's sponsor for this video, which is Aura. You guys know I have worked with Aura in the past, and it is an app that I really believe in. It is an all-in-one wellness app. My channel here is really about empowerment and wellness and helping us to be the best that we can be for us. And that is what Aura allows us to do. It uses artificial intelligence, and not like scary AI robots coming. It uses artificial intelligence to see what we are engaging with on the app and to make recommendations based on that and to see what will benefit us most. It has the world's largest wellness audio library, so that's really hard to say, but it's huge. So let's have a look. It says happiness doesn't depend on any external conditions, it's governed by our mental attitude. Woo, I completely agree with that. Anyway, I'm not going to get into it, but I really agree with that. I love those little quotes that pop up with Aura when we start with it. So let's have a look at mindfulness. So I'm going to do a search here. One thing that I really like to do when I am trying a new intention or setting a new intention and bringing that into a routine is to attach that to a trigger. For example, with walking, for me, that was I get up every morning, that's my trigger. And I go into the bathroom, do my business, I put on my clothes, which I've set out the night before, and I get out the door and I do my walk. That is the trigger, is waking up, and the next action after that, by attaching it to an action straight after that, I am then able to continue to do the thing that I want to do without even thinking about it. When I'm thinking here about how am I going to fit mindfulness into my routine, the first thing I can see is a mindfulness while walking outside meditation. Implementing mindfulness is a great practice to engage. We don't want to play it, it's a bit loud. So implementing mindfulness is a great practice to engage in while taking a stroll outside. Take a listen to the short guided meditation to re-energize yourself both emotionally and psychologically when walking outside. My intention is every day that I am home, that I'm working from home, and actually I think now that I'm thinking about it, I can do it every day. And I'm going to be fluid in my routine here, and I'm going to attach it to the trigger of lunch. I eat lunch every day, and when I finish lunch, I want to attach so that will be my trigger. I want to attach the routine of practicing some kind of mindfulness to that so that I have that as a routine. So every day when I'm at home, I will have my lunch. Normally I have it with my partner. And then at the end of lunch, I will put my dishes into the dishwasher and I will go outside. And this is an 8-minute walk. So this is something I can easily do. It's 8 minutes long. It's not unattainable. It's not overly ambitious in order to do. It's 8 minutes that I can give to myself to help me to be more mindful, to be more present in the moment. So I'm having that, or maybe even at the start of my lunch, before I have lunch, I go and have that walk, 8 minutes to myself, and then I go and have lunch with my partner so we can be mindful and present together. Anybody who would like to try Aura themselves, maybe you're not into mindfulness, maybe it's that you would like to improve your sleep. Your intention is to improve your sleep. I use Aura nearly every single night to help me to sleep. I listen to one of their guided meditations or their yoga nidras. They also have live sessions as well. If you wanted to look at breath work, or if you wanted to look at any other type of wellness audio or wellness program or wellness technique, Aura is your only man, to be very Irish about it. I know actually Ashley Green is doing a little bit of work with them. She's doing a masterclass, celebrity masterclass. So there's like a beginner breath meditation. There's diffusing negative thoughts. I think that would be something that might really benefit some of you who are working towards undoing your life-limiting beliefs. So if you want to give it a go, I will leave the link here. I'll leave it also in the description and the comments down below. And for the first 500 people that sign up, by using the link, you will get a discount on your membership. So first you'll get a 7-day free trial, and then you will get a discount if you sign up for the membership using the link down below. So thank you so much to Aura for sponsoring this part of today's video. Moving on, once we have created our routine, we might find that we need a little bit of help. As a woman, I am one of the majority of you here that are watching this are women. I know by the analytics. And we are the great givers of society, to quote Jer from Body Slims. We are the ones who give very selflessly to others consistently. And we often put ourselves at the end of that list. And that's what showing up for yourself is trying to do, is trying to get you to put yourself first. And in order to do that, we might also need to look for help and support. I am incredibly lucky that I have a life partner who is both incredibly supportive and very kind and willing to give me help and to offer help. But we are not all as lucky. I understand that. And there are different ways that we can find support. For those of us who do have a life partner, for those of us who are, with their wives, husbands, girlfriends, whomever it may be, we like to do a thing once a week where we sit down and we look at our week ahead. We look at a reflection for the week behind, and we also look at our week ahead. And we see where we can support each other on that week. What are our things that we need to accomplish and that we want to accomplish for that week? And how can we support each other? So maybe for me, I know that I do my walk every day, but also I would like to spend some good time with Vincent. So we might put down that we want to have lunch together on the days that we're both at home, and then maybe we can do our mindful walk together afterwards. I also know that Vincent is working on another project, therefore he needs some time that is freed for him so that I can look after Brannock then by myself. And we just swap them, so we find ways to support each other. So asking for that support and finding a way to be communicative and to say, I would love for us to support each other in a way. So find out whatever way it is, sit down together and organize it and schedule it in, because scheduling it in makes it easier for it to actually happen, as opposed to saying, oh yeah, I'll help you do that, and then it never happens. Or yeah, I'll take the baby for that time so you can do this. I did not like to ask for help before. That was one of the things that I absolutely hated doing. I always wanted to be self-sufficient. I wanted to be the person who said I can do it all, but we can't do it all. By asking for help, being vulnerable enough to ask for help, it has opened up my world to so many possibilities and so many opportunities that I never would have had before. It also helps me to connect with other people, because instead of putting my barriers up, saying, no, I have this, I've got all of this, this is on me, and then getting stressed and then taking it out on other people, I have found a way to fill my cup is by actually seeking help. Now, as I said, this might not be something that is available to everybody. Let's say, for example, you wanted to improve some part of your career. You can always find some kind of network or support, maybe online, maybe in person, maybe a meetup or something like that, or even a Facebook community, some kind of community that can offer support and guidance. Find somebody maybe on LinkedIn who is doing something similar to you, if it's something in a career that you want to build, or somebody who's done something. Ask for a mentor. Find ways to seek help, support and advice, somebody that can be a sounding board for you. And the final thing that I think will help anybody with whatever they want to achieve, starting the year off on the right foot and continuing it on. It's really important that we continue these things on, that we don't, by the third week in January, these intentions are not resolutions. There's no falling off the wagon. These are things we want to implement to continue on, that will stand to us for this year and the future. And the final one that I want to share with you is about setting boundaries. I used to be a barrier setter. I used to have my walls up as defense. I was not listening to anybody. I was like, nope, I have my own life sorted. Vincent literally called me tough girl when we first met. So what do I mean by setting boundaries? I think comes down to keeping your peace and finding ways to keep your peace, because that is one of the most important ways to show up for yourself, is by keeping your own peace and preserving your positive energy. You can set boundaries with a partner, whether it's in regards to sex, whether it's in regards to what you're willing to do in your relationship, what you're willing to do in the household. You can set boundaries with your family. I know some of us have very strained relationships with a parent. Setting boundaries with that person. If you find that your mother-in-law comes into the house and all of a sudden starts cleaning, or doing something that starts to get your back up. This, when I think about something we need to protect with boundaries, I think about the things that get your back up, the things that cause you to have a bad feeling in here, things that trigger you, things that you're like, ugh. For example, say your mother-in-law drives you up the wall and she arrives in the house and she starts, doing something with the kids that you're like, that's not okay. It's okay to set a boundary with that person. Mary, I really appreciate that you coming here, but it would be better for everybody if you didn't do that. Thank you very much for the offer. Maybe this would be more helpful. But always want to feel like they are valued, that they are important, that they can offer their assistance. Especially older people, they may not have financial ability to help, they may not be working anymore, and they want to give that help in some way and feel valuable. And sometimes it's a coping mechanism to come and overtake a situation. So setting a boundary with that person in your life. If you find that going to a certain friend or answering the phone to a certain friend is not helpful to you, set that boundary with yourself or with them if you feel comfortable. If they start calling you at 8 o'clock and you're going to be on the phone for 4 hours listening to them and you're just really you don't feel like you can do that, set that boundary. Don't answer the phone. It's okay not to answer the phone. It is okay to protect your peace. It is not okay to damage your peace in order to make somebody else feel good. You are not there in your life to fix other people. You are there for yourself, and you cannot give to anybody else if you don't have that oxygen mask on yourself. Guys, this is the end of the video. Thank you so much to Aura for sponsoring it. I will leave the link here as well if you guys want to get a discount on your Aura membership, or even if you just want to try the free trial. Anytime that you support one of the people who have supported the making of my videos, it really helps to support me and helps me to continue to create content and to go on further. So if you're thinking of buying a book that I've mentioned, or you're thinking of trying out Aura or something like that, by using the links that I have in the description down below, it helps this channel out and helps me to continue to be in a position to continue to make content that I hope that you guys find valuable. If you have made it to the end of this video, please leave me 2024 down in the comments down below, and an emoji that represents your intention for this year. And if you'd like to elaborate on what your intention are for 2024, please leave it down in the comments down below and let me know if you find this type of kind of personal development, wellness, empowerment content useful and valuable to you. I will love you and leave you and have an amazing year, guys. I am going to be here with you. I'm going to be helping. I'm going to be bringing out content. I'm going to be sharing anything that you guys want me to do. So let me know down in the comments as well if there's anything else you'd like. I will love you and leave you, and please don't forget to show up for yourselves. Bye, guys.